Welcome back to Byte Masters Academy. In today's lesson, we're going to learn one of the most important decision-making tools in C programming, the if, else, and nested if statements. Let's start from the beginning and see how our programs control the flow of execution. Sequence structure. Let's start with the simplest structure, the sequence. A sequence means the program runs line by line, from top to bottom, exactly in the order we write. Here, the program first asks the user to enter their age, stores it in the variable age, and then prints it. No conditions, no decisions, just a straight sequence of instructions. Now let's see how this program works, line by line. First, we have the printf command. It displays the message, enter your age, on the screen, asking the user for input. Next, the scanf command runs. It waits for the user to type their age, and then stores that value inside the variable called age. After that, the second printf command executes. It shows the message, your age is, followed by the number you entered. Notice that all these statements are executed one after another, in the same order they appear, from top to bottom. This is called a sequence structure, the simplest flow in programming. First, the printf command shows the message, enter your age. Then scanf reads the user's input and stores it in the variable age. Finally, the last printf displays the entered age. Each command runs one after another. That's a simple sequence structure. If condition, the selection structure. Now let's introduce selection, where the program chooses whether or not to execute a statement. The if statement checks a condition. Here, if the age is greater than or equal to 18, the program prints, you are eligible to vote. If the condition is false, that means age is below 18, this statement is simply skipped. This is called a selection control structure, because the program selects which part to run. Here, the if statement checks whether age is greater than or equal to 18. If the condition is true, the message, you are eligible to vote, will display. If it's false, that line is simply skipped, and the program ends. Only one statement executes, depending on the condition. Note that if you enter an age below 18, no output is displayed. So, let's move to the next example and make this code a bit more advanced. To make the program choose another option, we can use the else part. Now, if the age is above or equal to 18, it prints you are eligible to vote. Otherwise, it prints you are not eligible to vote. The key point is, when one condition is true, the other part is automatically skipped. Now we've added an else block. This means the program will choose only one path, either the if part or the else part. If age is 18 or above, it prints, you are eligible to vote. Otherwise, it prints, you are not eligible to vote. Only one message shows for each input. Else if, multiple conditions. Now, what if we want to check more than two possibilities? That's where else if comes in. Here, we're checking if the entered age is invalid, less than or equal to 0, or greater than or equal to 120. Else if the age is 18 or more, the person is eligible to vote. Otherwise, the person is not eligible yet. The program checks each condition one by one, and as soon as one condition is true, it stops checking the rest. First takes age input, validates it, checks voting eligibility, and prints the result. The main function starts program execution. It asks the user to enter their age, reads the input, and checks it using if-else conditions. If the age is invalid, it shows an error. If the age is 18 or above, it allows voting. Otherwise, voting is not allowed. The program then ends. Nested if, decision inside a decision. Sometimes, you need to make a decision inside another decision. That's called a nested if, an if statement inside another if. Here, we first check if the age is valid. Then, inside that, we check if the person is 18 or older. Inside that again, we check if the age is 60 or more, and print a message for senior citizens. This type of structure helps when your program needs multiple levels of checking. In this example, one if statement is inside another. That's called a nested if. First, the outer if checks whether the age is valid. If it is, the inner if checks if the person is 18 or older. Inside that again, another if checks if the age is 60 or more, and prints a message for senior citizens. Each inner condition only runs if the previous one is true. So in each of these examples, you can see how the flow of the program changes depending on conditions. That's the power of decision making in C. So, let's summarize. The sequence structure runs line by line. The if statement checks one condition. Adding else helps to choose between two options. Using else if lets us check multiple conditions in order. And nested if allows decisions inside decisions. These are called decision-making or selection control structures in C. In the next video, we'll move on to the next major control structure, loops. We'll explore while, do while, and for loops, and see how to repeat tasks automatically. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Byte Masters Academy, where programming becomes easy to understand.